Okay, dumako na tayo dito sa pagsagot ni Sara at panibagong kasinungalingan na naman ng ating metililing na Vice Presidente. At dumako tayo sa panibagong kasinungalingan at bigyan natin ng reaksyon ng kasinungalingan netong Vice Presidente natin.
Na sinabi, pero sinabi niya ganitong mga kriminal na ingest. Sinabi niya ganitong mga kriminal na gawain na hindi ko palalampasin. So, makita na natin, no, the pronouncements of the President, meron ng bias doon. And kung nakita niyo rin yung interview ng isang USEC ng Department of Justice, sinabi niya a threat is a threat. Well, if you're a lawyer, you would argue na no, there's several kinds of threats, but nakita niyo na doon pa lang sinabi na niya kung ano yung position niya. At as a USEC of DOJ, we expect that that is the position of the Department of Justice. So kahit pa man...
Huwag kang umano-ano ng position. Sino ba gumawa ng indulto? Anong position? Sino ba yung abnormal? Kaya dumadami yung laslas mo eh. Sa sobrang kasinungalingan mo eh. Ikaw gumawa ng indulto mo. Ikaw nagbanta sa tao. Tapos ngayon pagbibintangan mo yung NBI, DOJ na mga bias. Huwag kang pa-victim dito. Hindi bagay sa'yo.
Pumunta ako doon, hindi ako pumunta doon. We believe, and I believe, that we, meaning the lawyers and I, believe that cases will be filed. So, kahit pang sabihin nila na merong investigasyon, sa simula pa lang, na-desisyon na sila na mag-file sila ng cases.
Magpapile talaga ng kaso, magbanta ka ba naman sa presidente? Ang napakatanga mo naman, Sara. Napakatanga mo naman. Alisin mo na yung lahat-lahat. Pero yung pagbabanta mo po, nag-ait ka ng assassinator para sa Pangulo. Anong tawag mo doon? Spare ka nga ng Pangulo eh. Kung may mangyari sa Pangulo, spare ka. O sino ang primary suspect pag namatay yung Pangulo? Di ikaw. Ang bobo mo naman. DD-shit, ano ba talaga? Attorney ba talaga to, mga DD-shit? Parang luga rin ang utak eh.
Nabanggit niyo po, nagpadala kayo ng letter. Aside from that, magbibigay po ba tayo ng affidavit or statement po? Hindi na. Tinanong ko sa lawyer kung idadagdag ko pa ba yung affidavit ko. Sabi niya hindi na daw kasi nilagay ko naman na doon sa letter kung ano yung sasabihin ko sa affidavit. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Celerina Moya from Initiative. You have mentioned that there are already biases on how the government or the DOJ treat your case. So what would be the worst case scenario na nakikita ninyo na maaaring mangyari sa inyo?
Okay. Ang worst case scenario, thank you, Ma'am Cel. Ang worst case scenario na nakikita namin is removal from office, impeachment, and then patong-patong na mga kaso, multiple cases to be filed, which the lawyers already told me to expect as well. That is why I just decided not to go to the NBI because clearly the pronouncements of the President and the USEC of DOJ point to cases to be filed.
Bakit magkakaroon ba ng cases sa dinami-daming iyakin na mga luga na DD-shit? Bakit ba, balik tayo. Bakit ka ba na-file ng kaso? Huwag na yung confidential fund dahil alam naman namin na kurakot ka. Kailan ba naging mabuti ang pagbabanta ng buhay? Sara, huwag ka magpakabobo. Huwag ka magpaawa, hindi bagay sa'yo. Hindi bagay sa'yo magpaawa, bagay sa'yo magkaluga. Parang luga yung utak mo eh. Naturalmente, sasagot ang presidente sa'yo. Banda mo yung buhay, nananahimik yung presidente, nagtatrabaho, ikaw. Sa sobrang hindi mo nakayanan kasi nga iniipit yung sulay ka mong pininger ng pininger. Nagwala ka, meltdown. Diba? Okay lang magwala ka eh. Murahin mo lahat ng congressman. Ba't kailangan mong pampagbantaan ang buhay ng presidente? Hindi naman siya yung naghihiring sa'yo, tanga. Pakatanga naman ang vice-presidente nyo. Oh. Sila, yung young guns, yan ang pagginita mo. Ba't kailangan mong pagbantaan ng presidente? Tapos magpapaawa ka ngayon.
Anti-terrorism law and plunder, which are non-bailable offenses. So, could that be part of the worst case scenario na hindi kayo i-arrest kayo just in case and no bail?
Yes, that could be as well. That is a possibility, ma'am, for cases that are without bail. And as I said, when I read the subpoena, I read there, it was for grave threats.
Yes!
Na hindi naman grave threats yung ginawa ko under the revised penal code. And
hindi ba grave threat yung ginawa mo? Ano ba yun? Sino yan? Ano ba to? Ano ba yung ginawa mo? Ano ba to? May utak ba to? Alam mo, Sarah, ang pangit mo magpaawa. Hindi ganyan ang pagpapaawa. May nagpapaawang sakto lang. Ikaw yung paawa na pagkatanga. Hindi ganyan, Sarah. Ang pangit ng pagpapaawa mo sa taong bayan. Ginagawa mong tanga yung sarili mo. Nakita ko po, grave threat. Hindi naman grave threat yung ano ko sa revised penal code. Tanga ka ba? Kahit anong i-revise penal code mo, sinabi mo, kahit anong revise penal code mo, yung word na sinabi mo ang basehan. Ang sinabi mo na word, pag namatay ako, may hinire na akong papatay kay BBM. Kahit anong i-revise penal code mo doon. Napakalinaw sa buong Pilipino yon. Kahit tumambling ka ng 1,000, malinaw sa Pilipino. Pati mga Pilipinong walang pinag-aralan, nauunawaan yung sinabi mo. Ang pangit mo magpaawa, pangluga talaga eh.
and it is for anti-terror law. So nakaisip ako, bakit anti-terror law yung imbestigahan nila. And then, so it's not the first time that I've heard of the anti-terror law used against a person. So the first time I've read about it, they used it against Congressman Ari Teves. So I inquired about what happened in Negros. So I was told, yun nga, there was a red notice, there was a AMLAC, freezing of assets, money, there was, well, a warrant of arrest, yes. And very recently, I read again the law, and then I found there that there is a provision there, removal from office. So on that point, it's still kumbaga an avenue, I think, that they're pursuing to remove.
Ano nga avenue? Kung hindi ka nagsalita ng pagbabanta, wala kang anti-terror law. Sisihin mo, tatay mo, siya may gawa niyan sa sobrang kaduwagan. Sisihin mo, tatay mo. Panahon ng tatay mo gumawa niyan. Sa sobrang kaduwagan ng tatay mo. Oh. Taka ka ba? Ha? Pwede ka bang kasuhan ng anti-terror law kung hindi mo sinabi yung ganon? Alam ba, sinabi mo lang, kung mamatay ako, bahala na kayo sa pamilya ko. Kakasuhan ka ba ng anti-terror law? Tanga? Ha? Kakasuhan ka ba ng anti-terror law kung yung binaybay mong salita ay maayos at mosto? Kaso hindi, pangsanggano ka katulad ng tatay mo. May kinausap na ako, napapatay kay BBM, First Lady, at Speaker. Kundi ka ba naman tanga? Talagang anti-terror law yan. Kahit walang pinag-aralan, alam na ang dapat ikaso sa'yo. Nagbabanta ka ng buhay ng tao. At ang pagkakaiba lang, pangalawang pangulo ka, spare ka ng presidente. So, pwedeng ilagay nila valid na may threat kang gagawin para ikaw ang maupo. Diba? Yun eh. Totoo. Lorna, yung no joke mo pa. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng no joke? Yung mga luga mo lang mabobobo mo eh. Pinipilit ng mga lugang mga didisit vlogger baguhin yung no joke. Inutil! Hindi kami katulad ng mga didisit na luga na maloloko-loko nyo. Yan, mga natatangan nyo yan, mga bantot yan eh. Mga bantot yan. Kaya nilalayuan niya ng masa, yung mababantot.
From office.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Baka tanga nito.
There is a possibility of them coming to arrest you. Have had your lawyers brief you on what to expect in case they do come? And will you allow yourself to be arrested, or will you, because there have been others who have fled, will you want to face people, face the law enforcers who will arrest you, or will you also try to, not get arrested?
No, I do not plan to leave the country, or I do not plan to hide if there will be a warrant of arrest. Mainly because my children are here. So if I am detained, I want to be able to stay, see my children. So I have no plans of doing that. I have no plans of leaving the country to hide.
For this matter, Congressman Marcoleta offers himself as a lawyer in case to do an impeachment case against you. Will you accept the offer?
No, I think, well, first off, I'd like to thank Congressman Rodante Marcoleta for his offer to be my lawyer in the impeachment case. I appreciate it because he's a very good lawyer. He's a brilliant lawyer. In fact, he pointed out to me points during the committee hearing that as a lawyer, I was not able to see. So that shows his astuteness in the law. But I feel that he will better serve the country if he remains as a member of the House of Representatives. That is what is important right now. We need good public servants, good leaders, good officials in government. And I assure everyone that we already have lawyers helping us. In fact, the moment that Franz Castro announced last year that they are planning to file an impeachment, we already talked to lawyers who will handle the impeachment case at the time. But now, cases pala, 3. So we just need more lawyers. And we already discussed this with the first team that we...
Tingnan mo, abnormal talaga. Nung pinag-uusapan pa lang daw last year yung impeachment, nagtawag na siya ng mga abogado. Lakas ng tama eh. Iniwala ka ba doon? Narinig ko pala yung impeachment. Narinig niya pala daw yung impeachment. Narinig niya. Nagtawag na agad siya ng lawyer. Di takot na takot pala. Lakas ang tama ng BP nyo. May tililing.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to ask how are we preparing, or what are our preparation, and how are we going to respond to impeachment for the worst case scenario?
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. So, very recently, we had a meeting with the lawyers, and what was discussed there was the arrangements, because we needed more lawyers. We are expecting another impeachment case, no? So,
Grabe, oh. Hindi ba kayo nahiya, mga didisit? Yung ano nyo, yung BP Sara nyo, sandamakmak na ang lawyer. Hindi na kayo nahihiya niyan? Sandamakmak na yung lawyer, oh, para lang maituwid yung kasinungalingan niya. Hindi kayo nahihiya, mga didisit? Ha? Tapos sabihin nyo, walang pera to? Ha? Tapos sabihin nyo, walang pera? Ha? Magkano isang lawyer, pinakamababa mo dyan pag ganyang kaso? Mga 500,000. Eh kung may 10 siya, 5 milyon ng 5 milyon yan. Oh. Eh ba'y walang pera? Kailangan niya yan. Iba pa yung lawyer niya sa impeachment. Mga 3-4 yan. Iba pa yung lawyer niya sa NBI. Sa anti-terror law. Oh.
So, and then we will await official copy of the articles of impeachment so that they can prepare the defense. We already have advanced copies of what is filed in the House of Representatives, and they're starting preparatory works right now.
Ma'am, most of your allies, or former allies, have changed positions or changed, their sides. How do you feel right now? And if, for example, the impeachment comes through, are you confident with the numbers both in Congress and the Senate?
No, we're not confident with numbers, ma'am, because impeachment is a legal process and a political activity. So we are confident with the legal aspect of the impeachment because all the lawyers that I asked to review the initial draft of the impeachment complaint really said that this is not, well, they would say it's not an impeachable offense and this is not an actionable offense, things like that.
Siyempre, sasabihin sa'yo ng sasabihin sa'yo ng abogado mo, not impeachable offense. Sasabihin sa'yo yun. Para kumita siya. Ikaw naman, Sara, oh. Ikaw naman, Sara, tinatanga mo naman yung mga Pilipino. Siyempre, sasabihin ng abogado mo yun. Kasi pag sinabi niya na impeachable to, oh, hindi mo na sila i-hire. Oh. Inuuto ka lang nun eh. Kalokohan mo. Yung mindset mo yung tao na mahina yung kaso.
Politics, that is a different matter altogether. So we do not know what will happen with that.
Feel that you're changing sides at this very moment, or
Well, that's politics. They always say that there are no permanent friends and enemies in politics. So it really depends on the person, no, on the politician, what path he will choose.
Tama yun. Dahil sinabi mo sa sarili mo yun, Sara. Depende sa politician kung anong patang tatakin niya. Ikaw tinahak mo yung ano eh. Pagdanakaw pat eh. Diba? Diba? Dapat di mo tinawak yung pagdanakaw pat. Diba? Kasi ibang klase yung ano mo, pat na tinahak mo eh. Ibang klaseng daan ang binaybay mo, Sara. Biro mo walang confidential fund, nagpalagay ka. Di ba? Abnormal pat ang tawag doon.
The House of Government said that they are eyeing the possibility of filing plunder, technical malversation, and falsification charges, among others, against you and several other officials of the OVP and formerly the DepEd in relation to the alleged misuse of the confidential funds. Have you discussed this already with your legal team, with any of the lawyers, and what can you say that it's a very heavy case plunder? Yes.
Yes, oo. We have an inventory of possible cases to be filed because right now it's only the 2 impeachment cases that are filed with the House of Representatives. All the other cases, we have a list, we have an inventory, and we have lawyers assigned.
Oh, kita mo, we have lawyers assigned. Yun! Yan ang vice presidente nyo. Tambak ang kasamaan. Ang dami, no? 2 impeachment, meron pang NBI, meron pang ICC. Yan ang kandidato nyo, mga inutil. Oh. Tingnan nyo kung gaano ka-demonyo. Pag malaki nyo, ilagay nyo sa kuyukot nyo, mga inutil. Mga DD-shit na inutil. Palaminate nyo yung panganeto kasi mas masabaw yung panganeto kaysa sa tuna eh. Palaminate nyo, mga inutil. Kawawa naman itong mga DDS na to. Sa rally, hindi nilangaw, tinae, ini-squatter. Breaking the record nga eh. Nakausap ko na naman yung father eh. Nakipag-meeting na naman ako kanina. Yolo, breaking the record dito. Bakit? Father, problema. Puti, grabe yung rally dito. Squatter. Dito tumatae kay Mama Mary. Dati, iyi lang ang ginagawa nyo. Si Father nakakuha na ngayon ng tae. Mama Mary nakatayo lang tumatae. Demonyo nyo ha. Tumayos na kayo dyan.
Hi friends and not friends and not friends.
Ayop kayo, hindi kayo nahawa kay Mama Mary. Putek si Mama Mary, kala na naman nagimala, may tae. Wala kayong respeto kay Mama Mary, no? Siguro ang ginagawa na itong mga hayop na to, kapag sarado na yung galeriya, wala nang mataihan. Eh yung shell medyo malayo-layo. Malayo-layo pa yung shell dyan eh, tabi ng McDo. Hindi na kinaya siguro. Doon na lang tumae sa ilalim ni Mama Mary. Grabe kayo ha. Nakaraan ang pangi ni Mama Mary, kala umihi. Ngayon naman, kalokohan na to, Mama Mary, tumae. Wala kayong paggalang ha. Paalisin nyo yung mga squatter na yan. Rally ng DDS, pang squatter, tangin na stay in. Eh, rally bang stay in? May banig tsaka kumot. Patay guto mga bulag, ano to, baluga. Ayop kayo ha, yung mga nasa EDSA dyan. Ha? Hindi kami naiinggit sa inyo at wala kaming paki sa inyo. Pero ang iniintindi namin, yung kalinisan dyan. Pati yung si Mama Mary, may tae sa ilalim niya. Hayop na to. Takdang weting, may rally bang ganyan? Anong rally yan? squatter na mabantot. Ang bantot nyo! Kakaibla di, Mama Mary, may tae. Ang hayop na mga to. Wala ba kayong dyaryo dyan? Nung wedding na rally to, pipitong paraso ang babantot, dun pa tumae.
Usually cases that are similar, we assign it to one lawyer. And then other cases, we assigned it to other lawyers so that we ensure that all the cases have lawyers focused on each case.
Hoy! Ano ba yan? Focus in each case? Ang dami namang kaso ng BP nyo, kadiri! Kadiring OBP. Ito pa yung pinagmamalaki na EDSA rally. Ilan ang piraso? 7 mabantot! Breaking the record, rally ng DDS, 7 natirang mabantot!
Pwede sabihin po, from Photo Radio Philippines. Ma'am, na-consult niyo na ba yung family niya about this? Dahil kanina nabanggit niya kung gusto ng lawyer about sa family. Si PRRD, nakausap na po ba ninyo? And ano yung payo po sa inyo?
Hindi pa kami nagkausap ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. I expect na magkikita kami as usual sa December 24 sa bahay ng mother ko. Likely, baka doon namin mapag-usapan yan kung man mapag-usapan namin dahil madalas kasi kapag nagkasama-sama yung pamilya, lalo na pag nandyan yung mga apo, ay yung mga apo yung pinag-uusapan ng pamilya. Nagsabi si Pangulong Duterte na magpapadala siya ng pera para sa pambayad daw ng mga abogado.
Oh, kala ko ba walang pera yung tatay mo? Oh, mga ungas. Oh, magpakaloko pa kayo dyan. Oh. Walang pera, walang pamasahe, di ba? Walang pang-aeroplano. Kita mo, inuulol to mga DD shit. Ano mga DD shit? Walang pera, Tatay Diggs nyo. Ito, siya magsasagot ng abogado.
Kasi alam niya na napakaraming mga abogado ngayon na kinuha para sa iba't ibang mga kaso. Pero nagsabi na rin ako, through my brother, kasi yung kuya ko yung sinabihan niya.
Yan, magsabi ka kay Pulong, 51 billion yun, tanga. Barya lang kay Pulong yan. 51 billion yung kay Pulong, tanga-tanga. Doon ka magsabi. Nadudulas na ang mga tampalasan. Tumawag daw si Digong eh. May pera ka ba? Madami akong pera dito. Galing Pogo. Ha? May pera ka pa? Huwag mo nang gastusin yung confidential fund mo. Tabi mo na yan. Ako na lang. Ito sa Pogo. Nagsabi na po kay nagsabi na ako kay Pulong. Doon na lang sa 51 billion. Duterte pa more, mga tumor.
Sabi ako na wala lang siya magpadala ng pera dahil nakapaghanda naman na kami para sa impeachment case. Kasi sinabi niya impeachment case. So sabi ko nakapaghanda kami sa impeachment case kasi nga last year nag-announce na si Franz Castro ng impeachment. So the moment na sinabi yon and the moment na nakita namin na tuloy-tuloy yung attacks against me, ay naghanda na rin kami para sa mga abogado.
Parang tanga, abnormal ka ba? Nakita mo last year, si Franz Castro, nag-announce silang impeachment, nag-ready kagad ng abogado. Abnormal talaga eh, no?
Already mentioned that your lawyers are prepared to answer the impeachment cases, but the opposition groups who have filed complaints against you are accusing you of being evasive in your answers in the alleged corruption and misuse of millions of confidential funds.
Ma'am, baka you can offer an explanation also to taxpayers. Kung above board po ba talaga yung paggamit nitong mga confidential funds? Para matapos na rin, ma'am, yung question once and for all.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not being evasive. If you are referring to the budget hearing and the hearings in the House of Representatives, I'm not being evasive. I am not answering the questions because they have no authority to ask confidential questions.
Ay! Patay! Dilaglag na naman ang sarili. Dilaglag na naman ang sarili ni Inday. Mangmang talaga. Abogado ba to? Nagbabasa ba to ng konstitusyon? Wala daw authority yung Senate. Kakasabi nga lang ni Ping Lacson eh. Kung maaari nga quarterly. Oh. Kung maaari nga quarterly ka nagre-report yung department mo. Quarterly. Kasi hindi mo pera yan, Sarah. Anong walang karapatan? Napakatanga naman ng BP na to. Paano walang authority to ask question? Hindi naman sila nag-a-ask question sa'yo for personal reason. Ha? Nag-a-ask sila ng question sa'yo, hindi for personal reason yon. Tungkol yon sa taong bayan. Sa taong bayan yun, Sarah. Bakit hindi mo sila bibigyan karapatan tanungin ka, pera mo ba yan? Ba't pinagdadamot mo yung informasyon? Bakit pinagdadamot mo yung informasyon ng pera ng taong bayan? Okay lang kung personal mo na pera. Pera ng taong bayan yan, ba't sasabihin mong walang karapatan, authority? Kahit sino pwedeng may authority dyan, pera namin yan, miski nga kami. Kailangan na yung malaman yan eh. Ang bobo naman na itong BP nyo.
I am answering questions about the use of the money in the Commission on Audit. And there is no, you ask the Commission on Audit if there was anything at all that they can say or see that we are not cooperative.
Oh. Sinungaling na naman. Kaya nga, Commission on Audit. Ano sabi ng Commission on Audit? 70 million plus disallowance. Ang bobo ng BP nyo. Oy, nagkakalat na to. Oy, DD sheet, sagipin nyo to. Nagkakalat na. Sa Commission Audit lang daw siya. Ano sabi ng Commission on Audit? Ang laki ng disallowance mo. Oh, kapag may disallowance ka, anong dapat gawin mo? Maaalarma yung Kongreso, i-scrutinize ka, tatanungin anong nangyari. Dahil yun ay mandato nila. Nasa konstitusyon yun. Oh, kasalanan mo yan, nag-disallowance ka, kinurakot mo. Sagipin nyo na to. Wala na to. Malakas na yung topak sa ulo nito.
So it is wrong to say that I am evasive. I am definitely not answering questions about the use of the fund, about confidential funds, because it pertains to national security and the lives of the people involved in intelligence operations.
Ano daw? Lives? Sinabi na ni Lacson. Si Lacson, PNP chief, ang sabi niya, hindi naman maano yung buhay eh. Kasi nga, pag natapos yung operation ng confidential funds, within a month, kailangan ng asikasuhin niya ng i-audit na yan. I-audit na, ikaw, wala kayong ginagawang ganon. Oh, wala kayong ginagawang ganon. At meron true identity yan. Ha? Oh, pakinggan nyo ha. Baka nagtatanga-tangaan eh. Oh.
So, opposite. Sino ba itong Dahil nga, baka kasi yung confidentiality noong, yung nature ng pag-disburse mo ng pondo, ang ginagamit nga dyan, puro mga code o kaya aliases, ano?
Kaya si Mary Grace Piatos.
Pero,
Alias si Mary
meron
Grace
ding
Piatos.
paper trail yun, pagka inaudit na kung saan, sino ba itong alias Joe? Alias Pedro? Sino yan? Meron ding nakapalob na ganyan. At kung hindi approved, yung intelligence project na sinabit ng isang intelligence unit o intelligence agency, hindi valid, hindi pwedeng mag-release ng intelligence fund. Tapos, pag na-declassify na yan, halimbawa, accomplished na yung mission, nagkaroon na ng successful operation, o kaya, for some reason, negative yung operation, ano na yan, subject to audit na yan, pwedeng special audit, pwedeng kung may nasilip yung COA, pwedeng yung tinatawag nilang fraud audit, ano, dahil meron na sila nakitang fraudulent na mga releases. At saka yung regular audit. Maraming may mga prosesong sinusunod. Ngayon, sino ba talaga yung may mandate para mag-audit? Maliwanag, yung Commission on Audit. Pero sabi nyo nga kanina, Ali, saka Patpi, di ba, merong oversight function ang Kongreso, both houses. At katunayan, meron ngang meron ngang circular o merong umiiral na batas na kung saan quarterly dapat nagre-report lahat ng agencies na gumagamit ng pondo sa both houses of Congress kasi...
Ano, Sara? Sinong tinatanga mo? Sinong tinatanga mo? Yung tatay mong demonyo? Quarterly, mandato talaga ng kongreso yan. Mandate nila. Tapos quarterly, kailangan, di ba, ina-update nyo ng bawat agency ang kongreso sa paggamit ng GAA. Tapos, kung meron kang code name, kailangan nakapaloob dyan ang true identity, yung paper trail. PMP Chief Lacson yan. Alam niya yan. Ito, ang alam lang si Sara, ibulsa. Alam lang nila acknowledgement receipt. Hindi nila alam na kailangan sa acknowledgement receipt may paper trail sa envelope. Nandun yung true identity. Ganun ka magnanakaw tong vice presidente na to.
And yes, as I said, we have fully cooperated with the audit process of the Commission on Audit, who has the sole jurisdiction to ask questions about the use of confidential funds. In fact, 2 quarters of the Department of Education are already cleared by the Commission on Audit, but it is still being questioned inside the committee.
Totoo naman eh. Questionable kasi yung ginawa nyo eh. So gusto mo, pag pinasa mo yung dokumento sa Commission on Audit, kahit anong resulta, okay na. Nasa konstitusyon yun eh. Kailangan anuin ng Kongreso. Ang bobo na itong BP na to. Ang pangit. Sara, ang pangit. Ang pangit. Pinapakita mo kung gaano ka bobo sa sombe ng Pilipino.
In the House of Representatives. So, that is the reason why I am not answering questions.
Kita mo? Kung ayaw mo sumagot, mag-resign ka na lang o umalis ka na. Kasi, hindi pwede yung gusto mo na hindi ka sumasagot. Meron kang disallowance, hindi mo sinasagot. Alam ba, nasa konstitusyon pag may disallowance, ibig sabihin, meron kang pagkukulang at mga misteryosong dokumento na nakita ng COA. Insufficient nga eh. Oh. Ngayon, sa pagja-justify nyo ng disallowance nyo, nataranta kayo. Nataranta kayo sa acknowledgement receipt nyo. Pare-parehas ng pirma, iba't ibang mga tao. Same na tao, iba ang pirma.
Let the fact that, as I said, it is an attack. It is a political attack. If you are in aid of legislation and want to legislate about confidential funds, you do not target one office and terrorize and torment the employees of that office. What you do is you do a sampling, a random sampling of the officers who have confidential funds. Why not call the office of the president who has billions and billions of confidential funds?
Yan ang mahirap sa'yo. Diyan ka ulit tanga-tanga. Unang one factor. Presidente ka ba? Bakit bumapasa sa presidente? Presidente ka ba? Magpresidente ka muna. Magpresidente ka muna. Tanong mo sa sarili mo, presidente ka ba? Para sitahin mo siya. Bakit papasa mo yung bola sa presidente? Tanga ka ba? Ang tanong, presidente ka ba? Bakit kailangan mo sitahin ng presidente? Spare ka lang. Dapat ikaw ang tanungin. Bakit may confidential fund ka? Presidente ka ba? Bobo eh. Tinatanong, ba't hindi daw inaano yung presidente? Presidente ka ba? Babalik namin yung tanong, bakit may confidential fund ka? Presidente ka ba?
Hi friends and not friends and not friends.
Hindi mo pwedeng utusan ng taong bayan na sitayin yung presidente dahil legal siya na may confidential fund. At kung sisitayin mo naman siya, sasampalin ka ni Subiri at Anggara. Ayan yung pinakita ko kanina. Oh. Dahil natagpuan nila na ang pagbabaybay o pag-reimburse ng presidente, pag-disburse ng confidential fund ay accurate, detalyado at walang kahinay-nala. Hindi katulad mo, ang laki ng confidential fund mo, acknowledgement receipt lang ang pinapakita nyo. Yung sa presidente, simula sa tipsters, hanggang sa pagpapail ng kaso, hanggang sa location, time and date, detalyado dapat yan, Sarah. Ikaw ginawa mo, acknowledgement receipt lang, mali-mali pa. Bakit papasa mo sa presidente? Eh siya nga ang nagbigay ng confidential fund sa'yo, naalala mo? Nakakalimutan niya yata. Nakakalimutan mo? Di ba nakiusap ka kay BBM na bigyan ka ng confidential fund? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ang presidente, ang confidential intelligence fund niya, kinukuha niya lang yon. Pero actually, kaya niya rin ipamigay kung meron nangangailangan. Sa AFP, emergency. sa PNP, sa NBI, at sa'yo. Nakalimutan mo? Diba? Nakalimutan mo na pwedeng ibigay ang confidential fund kung nanaisin ng presidente? Nakalimutan mo, binigyan ka? Tanga ka? Ha? Nasasabihin mo, ba't hindi sitayin yung presidente? Eh, presidente yun eh. Bansa ang hinahawakan niya, ikaw agency lang. Ang ligalig mo. Ha? Agency ka lang. Si presidente, bansa. National threat. Terrorism. Oh. West Philippine Sea. NBI, DOJ, AFP, PNP. Yan ang hawak niya lahat. Ikaw, hinawakan mo yung AFP para makapagdarambong. Inutusan mo si Mempin para kumuha ng certificate para masapalpal yung 16 million na sinisita ng COA. Diba pinukpok mo si POA para sa COA? Ginawa ni POA, tinawag si Mempin, kumuha ng certificate. Pinalabas nyo, bayad yung Youth Summit. Eh, libre naman. Tapos ang kapal ng mukha mo, sasabihin mo, ba't hindi nyo sitayin si BBM? Wow! Wow!
You want to translate about confidential funds. So that shows that they're singling out the office of the Vice President. And I really feel that it's very disrespectful to the office of the Vice President. That is...
Anong very disrespectful? Bakit? Ano ba ugali nyo? Disrespectful? Sino ba yung disrespectful? Yung ayaw mag-oath, anong tawag doon? Anong tawag sa ayaw mag-oath? Kagalang-galang, kapita-pitagan?
It's also why when they ask that I respect their process, you know, respect begets respect. So if they want respect, they should first respect the office of the Vice President.
Ah, dapat sinabi mo sa sarili mo yan. Ilang beses inindihan mo yung Kongreso? Oh. Ilang beses inindihan mo yung Kongreso? Sabihin mo sa sarili mo yan, if you want respect, begets respect. Wala ka nun, wala kang respeto, eh, bastos ka eh. Hoy, Didi Shit! Sagipin nyo na to! Lubog na sa luga to! Lahat ng sinabi niya, kinakain niya yung sarili niyang luga. Totoo yan, Sariel, ha? Ang confidential fund po, totoo yung sinabi ni Sariel, ha? May paper trail. Hindi fake acknowledgement receipt, Sara. Doon ka nagpakatanga.
If they want to investigate confidential funds, they don't single out one office.
I understand, ma'am. Just a follow-up. As of yesterday or the other day, the House also alleges that over 400 names na nag-cite with acknowledgement receipts. Again, on the issue of the confidential funds, wala daw pong records at the BSA. Ma'am, you can offer an explanation because we know that this is a legal proceeding, pero pinag-uusapan po siya ngayon, ma'am, sa bahay ng bawat Pilipino. Kaya explanation if this is above board or kahit wala silang birth certificate.
No, I will not explain. I will not give an explanation because it will entail that I explain intelligence operations which will compromise officers who do intelligence operations.
Anong intelligence operation? Nilalaglag mo talaga sarili mo eh. Anong intelligence information? Didi Shit, sagipin nyo na to! Didisit, sa gabi nyo na to. Wala na, lulubog na to sa sarili niyang luga. Kawawa naman tong bibi nyo, inahayaan nyo lumubog sa sarili niyang luga. Anong operation? Nakalimutan mo na naman yung sinabi ni Acosta eh. Pag-withdraw, bigay kay La Chica. Submit ng accomplishment report. Nakalimutan mo ba? Eh di kinukontra mo si Acosta.
It will really compromise how they work. So no explanation will be given to the members of the House of Representatives.
Okay, tamo? No explanation daw? So, ganun pala. Pag ang OBP, merong confidential fund, no explanation. Bago po ng konstitusyon yan. Your Honor, Mr. Chair, as the OBP Luga-Luga Tililing recommended that if she uses the confidential fund, it requires no explanation. Grabe, no? Ang lupit ni Sara, may sarili tong konstitusyon eh. Ang lupit ng BP nyo, may sariling konstitusyon. Ibang klase. Saludo talaga. Sa lahat ng departamento, lumalapit at nagpupunta, miski Office of the President sa Kongreso. Ang OBP lang. Siya lang naman ang may problema eh, kaya tumagal tayo ng ganito eh. Ano ang kinakatakot mo at ayaw mo i-explain? Bakit hindi mo kailangan no explanation? Pera mo ba yan? Parang ganun kakapal ang mukha mo? Pera mo ba yan? Ha? Pera mo? Ayaw mo? Pera mo? Ha? Invest nyo? Pera nyo? Nahiya ka kasi pera nyo? Nakakahiya naman sa'yo, Sara. Nakakahiya naman sa'yo. Pasensya ka na, pera nyo ha. Baka ano ha, pasensya na.
When after response to accusations that ang office like the DepEd and the OVP have no jurisdiction naman to have these confidential funds that are spent for national security?
Well, the confidential funds was the first transfer of confidential funds was from the office from the contingent funds to the office of the Vice President, and this was approved by the office of the President.
Oh, kita mo? Oh, kita mo, alam mo pala eh. Binibigyan ka ng Office of the Vice President ng confidential fund, tapos sisitayin mo si BBM sa confidential fund niya. Abay, luga! Kita nyo, kagaspang ng ugali at mesayad ng utak. Siya mismo nagsabi, yung confidential fund niya yung una, nanggaling sa presidente. Tapos ngayon sasabihin niya, bakit tayo yung i-audit yung Office of the President? Tamo abnormal? Tamo abnormal? Kita nyo? Pagtapos siyang bigyan, pagbubuntunan niya.
The next year confidential funds was 2023. We submitted it to the Department of Budget and Management. It was approved by the Department of Budget and Management, and therefore it implies that it was approved by the Office of the President because it was included in the National Expenditure Program, the NEP. So, and then it was approved by Congress as well. the only reason why we did not use the confidential funds in the fourth quarter for both offices because I was already flagged by a friend inside the House of Representatives that they will attack you using confidential funds. So yes, it was duly approved by the Office of the President and both houses of Congress as well as because it was included in the General Appropriations Act. So it was not, we presented it, we defended it, they approved it, we used it, and then the question on utilization is under the Commission on Audit. That is how the system works. They cannot use or they cannot twist the system according to their personal interests. Really, all these circumstances and events happening surrounding the office of the Vice President is a race to the presidential election in 2028. Unfortunately, they are attacking the office as well. So, dyan ako medyo, and the personnel of the office of the Vice President. So, dyan ako medyo pumapalag. Wala namang problema kung atakihin ninyo ako kasi politiko naman talaga ako. Pero may problema ako pag inatake yung opisina at yung mga kasamahan ko dito sa opisina ng pangalawang
Paano hindi nga sila maatake? Sila ang uma-attend, tanga. Hindi naman sila umaatake. Hindi naman sila inaatake. Sila kasi yung matapang na binabala mo. Dahil ayaw mong umattend, sila ang binabala mo. Naturalmente, sila yung tatanungin. Tanga ka pala eh. Oh, wag mong paatinin. Ikaw ang umaten, ikaw ang sumagot. Eh di walang ganun ka kasi ka-weak na leader. 'Di ba? Ikaw yung leader na kailangan magulpi muna yung mga membro tsaka ka papasok. Diba? Ganyan ka-weak na leader. Kasi ang totoong leader, ang leader of the pack, siya ang nasa unahan. Ang totoong leader, ang commanding officer ng kasundalaan, siya ang bumabandera. Si Andres Bonifacio, panahon ng Katipunan, siya ang nangunguna. Pero pagdating dito sa OBP, binabala yung mga tanga-tanga niyang empleyado, tapos pag nangisay, magwawala siya. Oh, ganun ka klaseng leader na hindi dapat tularan. Kasi ang totoong leader, ang totoong kapitan ng barko, lulubog ang barko, matitira ako. Ihahayaan ko ang mga tatuuan ko makaligtas. Pag lubog ng barko, ako mismo lulubog. Ikaw, bato ng bato ng empleyado, kawawa. Kawawa yung empleyado. Tapos magagalit ka pag nai-stress, na-anxiety, nadi-depress. Dahil sa iyo yan, hindi sa Congress. Paano hindi ka ba naman mai-stress? Inutusan mo sila. Inutusan mo sila na withdrawin, tapos ibigay sa tao, na ibang tao, tapos sila ang pagbubuntunan ng Kongreso kasi nga ayaw mong pumunta. Oh. Hinayaan mo na magulpe yung mga membro mo. Wala kang kwentang leader. Hindi ganon. Kaya malabo kang manalo sa 2028. Puro ka 2028. Huwag mo nang pangarapin yun. Hindi ka na aabot doon. Nandun ka na lang sa kulungan na to.
Good afternoon, Madam Vice President. Just getting up on Gareth's line of questioning. You said, and I understand your explanation about these confidential funds haven't been approved by several layers in the government. But maybe, just to go back to the basics, if you can explain to ordinary Filipinos why the Office of the Vice President needs confidential intelligence funds.
Oh, yan.
Yes. For the Office of the Vice President, it's not the first time that the office was granted confidential funds. During the time of Vice President Binay, the office was already given confidential funds. The confidential funds we use in relation to our work and national security. All the projects and the programs of the Office of the Vice President target poverty alleviation. There is a direct correlation between poverty and national security. So what we do is we want to target the areas where we put our projects so that we achieve peace and order, security. So we don't want our projects put in areas where it is not needed for poverty alleviation. So we want to prioritize the areas. And the only way to do that is to use confidential funds to purchase information.
Ano ba purchase mo doon? Ano ba project mo? DSWD lang yung pang-project mo eh. Susmi naman to. Ano ba project mo? Ano ba project gagawin nito? Kaya daw siya kumuha dahil yung mga areas daw na pupuntahan niya ay kinakailangan ng confidential fund. Ano ba project mo? Ba't si Lenny wala? Nakita mo na naman yung kay Binay. Si Binay isang beses lang. Oh. Iba ka, Sarah. Pati DepEd nilagyan mo. Anong project na naman yun? Anong project mo sa DepEd? Ha? Manguhuli ka ng mga kabataan nagkakating? Ha? Anong kino-confidential fund mo sa DepEd? Lahat na nagkakating, meron ka mga agent? Hinuhuli nyo? Kaya ka nag-confidential fund sa DepEd? First ever sa DepEd. Kasi nga patay gutom ka eh. Diba? Pero mo sa DepEd, paano mo na may explain yun? Yung confidential fund mo dun. Nanguhuli ka ng mga teacher na ng mamanyak ng estudyante? Ha? Oh. Anong mo dun?
So where are the target areas we need that so that our projects will be referred these areas. So that's why we needed the confidential funds. In the Department of Education, there is a correlation as well of the education and national security. In fact, that is one of there is a correlation as well of education and national security.
Oh, sa national naman daw, national security. Bakit? Ano nangyari sa edukasyon ng Pilipinas? Anong nangyari? Ano nangyari? Ano nangyari? Alam mo, Sarah, tanga ka talaga eh. Kung ginawa mo sa Department of Education, okay pa sana, lusot ka eh. Alam mo bakit? Pinagtibay mo yung computer system ng Pilipinas, lusot ka pa eh. Lusot ka pa eh. Pinagtibay mo yon yung National Computer System ng Department of Education, if ever meron ganon. Ganon na lang dapat, kaso walang nangyari. Ni ventilador, wala ka nabili.
And threats to Department of Education personnel and students as well. And we want...
Oh, ano daw threat sa Department of Education? Ano, bakit may threat? Ba't may threat sa Department of Education and estudyante? Ha? Ngayon lang ako nakarinig doon ah. Anong kala mo sa amin, Sarah? Hindi kami nag-estudyante dito sa Pilipinas? Ha? Anong kala mo sa amin, Sarah, sa kami nag-aaral? Dito kami nag-aaral sa Pilipinas ah. Anong threat sa amin? Anong threat? Sinusundo kami ng nanay, tatay namin. Abnormal, oh. Ano daw threat? Ano yung pag... pag may nag-riot, ganon? Ano ba yung ginagawa nyo? Pag may nag-riot, lalagyan nyo ng confidential fund. Tama.
To target projects of the Department of Education as well in the most vulnerable areas in schools. That is why we needed confidential funds. It's all about national security. And the position of the Office of the Vice President and the Department of Education is that the national security is a holistic concept. It's not just one like territorial defense, sovereignty. No, national security is about food security. It's about quality of education. It's about poverty alleviation and everything else that we need to do as a country to get us out of this poverty rut.
But you are in the NTF-LCAP, so couldn't have your offices work with the NTF-LCAP as well as other government agencies that actually have national security mandates?
In the NTF-LCAP, they are only about and local armed conflict. And local...
Putik ko, kita mo. DDS, o, tignan mo. Hindi niya alam yung NFL CAC. Project yun, ha. Tignan nyo. Hindi niya alam yung meaning. Ano to, lokohan? Pero mo, hindi niya alam yung meaning nung bawat project. Alam lang talaga magbulsa at lumunod ng pera. Pero mo, hindi niya alam. Baka DepEd. Alam mo ba meaning ng DepEd, Sarah? DepEd, alam mo. Baka DepEd, di mo pa alam. Kawawa naman to. DepEd, baka hindi pa alam ang meaning.
As well as other government agencies that actually have national security mandates.
In the NDF-LCAP, they are only about and local armed conflict. And local, LCAP. So that is very specific to that local conflicts and communism. So as I said, the projects and the programs of OVP target poverty alleviation, and there's so many factors affecting poverty. And
pero mo, kung di mo alam meaning ng project, paano mo na-implement yun? Paano mo na-implement yung project na yun? Kung di mo man lang alam yung meaning, napakatanga. Akala mo na, alam mo kung presidente siya, okay lang eh. Kaso spare ka lang, ang hawak mo lang, wala na yung DepEd, ayan ang NTL-CAC na yan. As OVP. Hindi niya pa alam yung meaning na natitira sa kanya.
Yes, that is true, but we work far faster if we are allowed to purchase information and target our projects immediately on the certain school or certain barangay or certain municipality. We move faster if we can target our projects.
Okay. Going back to the confidential.
Agent Mary Grace Piatos. Magaling yung agent mo, Sarah. Agent Mary Grace Piatos. Purchase of information. Acknowledgement receipt. Pero walang paper trail.
I know you said that you can't explain because they're confidential in nature, but maybe just a yes or no, because other names have cropped up, aside from Mary Grace Piatos, we have Chicky McDonald, Fernando Tempora, Carlos Oishi, Raimonda Nova, these were mentioned in a column in the Philippine Star, and Congressman Joel Chu also quoted. Yes or no, are these quoted?
Nakalimutan ko yung sagot ko. Sandali. I cannot explain confidential funds because it will entail explaining.
Wala na, oh. Wala na. Buko na naman. Nilustay na pera, hindi ma-explain. Kaya ayaw umaten. Hindi niya ma-explain. Kasi nagastos na. Oh. Aminado. Pwede ba naman yun? Perang-pera namin, di mo ma-explain. Pera ng taong bayan, di mo ma-explain. Ang kapal naman ng mukha nito. $500 million, hindi mo ma-explain. Anong klase to? Tapos ayaw nyo pa ng betrayal of public trust? Ano ba yung ibig sabihin pag hindi mo na ma-explain? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Hindi mo na ma-explain. Bakit?
Intelligence operations. There is a law that prohibits officials who gathered information because of their office to divulge it in public.
Sarah. Sarah, hindi kasi valid yung dahilan mo eh. Ha? Hindi valid eh. Kasi nga, eto kasi, yung pinakita ko kanina, eto, tingnan nyo po. Eto kasi, yung kanina, hindi pwedeng hindi mo explain. Ayan o, eto yung sabi ni Subiri o. Si BBM, sa Office of the President, yung sinisita mo ngayon, na-explain ng maayos. Ayan o. Most detailed and comprehensive reports that I have seen. Kung nagawa ni BBM, ba't hindi mo magagawa? It was about 2 books detailing each and every disbursement. At dito sa bandang uli, for example, ito yung ginawa ng Office of the President sa confidential fund nila. For example, tipsters for anti-drug, which led to a filing of a case, and actually the case is ongoing. Bakit si BBM detalyado niyang napaliwanag ang confidential fund? Bakit si BBM detalyado niya napaliwanag? Ikaw, ano problema dyan sa OBP at hindi mo mapaliwanag? Bakit si BBM na legal na magkakaroon ng confidential fund, detalyadong pinapaliwanag? Ikaw, nasampid at nakikiusap kay BBM para magka-confidential fund, hirap na hirap kang magpapaliwanag. Nasanay kasi kayo sa binubulsa na lang.
So, the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, there is a specific provision of law. You cannot divulge confidential information that you received while in office.
Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin? Abay, naglolokohan na tayo dito. Ano daw? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin? Abay, ano to? Hindi na rin kayo gumayad ng tax. Tanda mo, Sarah, si BBM na i-explain yan. May record sa Senado. malinis, detalyado. Tapos sasabihin mo, ikaw hindi pwede?
Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, there is a specific provision of law. You cannot divulge confidential information that you received while in office.
So you won't even say these are
No, that because
names.
that will add to cases that may be filed against me.
Hindi rin. Hindi mo lang kasi kaya talagang i-explain. Kasi nga, sa Davao, walang sita-sita, walang hearing-hearing, walang scrutinize. Pero dito, sagadang hearing, sagadang scrutinize. Ayun ang iniiwasan mo. Dahil malalaman ng mga ka-DDS luga, tai-tai mo na magnanakaw kayo.
Wait, hold on. I can answer. I can give you a very short answer with regard to ARs. I had nothing to do with the preparation of ARs. It went down to the grassroots level. So I had nothing to do with preparations of ARs. I was up here in the structure and money went down for information.
So you have no knowledge why all these names were used in the acknowledgement receipts?
In the first place, we do not even know if these are ARs which came from DepEd or OVP to COA, because there's a chain of evidence supposedly. In law, there's a chain of evidence, handling of evidence. So right now, nobody can really answer that because nobody knows if these ARs are true.
Huh?
We don't know if it came from us.
Ha? Yung acknowledgement receipt hindi galing sa inyo? Hindi ka naniniwalang totoo? Ano daw? Ha? Ano daw? Babalik na rin mo yung sitwasyon, hindi galing sa inyo yung AR, acknowledgement receipt? Ano daw? Ano to? Gagawan mo na naman ng issue na gawa-gawa na naman ng congressman? Siya mismo nagsabi kanina. Huling-huli talaga sa kasinungalingan. Ano sabi niya kanina? Hindi po kami nagre-report sa Kongreso. Sabi niya kanina. Saan ka nagre-report? Sa COA. Doon kami nagpapasa ng dokumento. So, ibig mo sabihin, yung pinasa nyo sa COA, may iba pang AR. Sino gumawa? Yung COA? Abay, malilintikan pa yung COA. Lagot kayo ngayon, COA. Ayun, no, malinaw sila sabi niya. Oh, malinaw oh.
We don't know if these are ARs which came from DepEd or OVP to COA, because there's a chain of evidence supposedly. In law, there's a chain of evidence, handling of evidence. So right now, nobody can really answer that because nobody knows if these ARs are true.
Oh, hindi daw, nobody knows daw if these AR are true. So, sinungaling yung COA. Kasi hindi mo pwede itong isisi sa Congress. Hindi mo pwede isisi sa Congress to. Kasi hindi ka nagre-report sa Congress, ikaw ang may sabi niyan. Hindi mo rin pwede masisi sa Congress. Kasi yung Congress, kumukuha ng dokumento sa COA, nag-file pa nga kayo, di ba? Di ba nag-file pa siya? COA, wag na kayong magbigay ng dokumento sa House of Representatives. Naalala mo, si Sulaika, di ba nag-file pa? Sinungaling. Sino po sinungaling? Eto, nuknukan. Oh. So, papalabasin mo ngayon na ang COA ay sinungaling. Ikaw may sabi niyan, ha? Wala kasi paggagalingan ng dokumento dito kundi sa COA. Kaya nga kayo nataranta at si Zulaika nag-file ng sa COA. Huwag na kayong magbigay ng dokumento sa House of Representatives kasi baka may kulang-kulang pa. Doon kayo nagre-report sa COA. So, papalabasin nyo ngayon na ang COA ay sinungaling.
Because we don't know if it came from us.
Oh.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
We don't know that we came from us. Kanino nga manggagaling, Sarah? Kanino? Kanino manggagaling kundi sa inyo? Oh. Kanino? Oh.
Yes, but there was a legal process in the custody of evidence. So right now, we really cannot say if the ARs came from us because the ARs that are with us has not been checked with the ARs that are with them.
You're denying that the ARs...
No, I'm just saying that we do not even know.
Sabog yata to. Paano magkakaroon ng AR ang COA? Ang COA, ang trabaho, mag-audit. Kung walang dokumento na ibibigay sa kanila, wala silang i-audit. Nasisiraan na tong BP nyo, hoy! Kilusan nyo na to! Kilusan nyo na to, nasisiraan na to! Kilusan nyo na to, mga DD-shit!
If the ARs with us are the ARs that are with them, because the ARs from the field, going to the office, going to COA, that's not how you do legal work. It's not how you do legal work. There's a very stringent process in evidence. That is why, even if there is no law prohibiting a person from divulging confidential information, person cannot answer that because we do not know if that paper that they're holding was the paper that came from the OVP and the Ed. Because there was no marking of exhibits. That was what I was telling Congressman Chua. You cannot ask the OVP personnel to say yes or no to an exhibit that was not marked as real and true, as correct, and as a faithful reproduction of the evidence of the office.
Saan manggagaling yung ebidensya? Saan manggagaling yung ebidensya? Sa kukunin ng audit, commission on audit yun. Paano nila i-audit kung walang dokumento? Ano to? Hindi lang meltdown to, evaporation na to, Sarah. Dati nagme-meltdown ka na, ngayon gusto mo lang mag-evaporate. Wag daw paniwalaan yung binibigay ng COA dahil hindi daw accurate yun. Baka may gawa-gawa lang daw doon. Tignan na nahimik yung commission on audit. Tapos sasabihin mo, peke yung mga AR na iba? Halatang sabog to
No, because there is no question about that. From the Commission on Audit, it's only a congressman saying that this paper and asking what is this paper about. There is no case. And that is to ask that about paper is the sole jurisdiction of the Commission on Audit.
Okay. So then if the Commission on Audit asks,
That is what we are. That is what I was saying. We have been fully cooperative with the Commission on Audit.
Oh,
Everything that they asked for, we submitted. That is why there was a partial disallowance only. And even then, we are not yet finished with the process because we can still submit documents that are required by the Commission on Audit. That is the problem right now. As I said, they are doing work that they are not that is not under the mandate of the House of Representatives. They cannot audit. They cannot question at all. They cannot make me answer and say that we represent the taxpayers and you have to answer. No, I will only answer to the Commission on Audit because that is the body who can ask us questions about the fund use.
oh, kita nyo na. Oh, kita nyo na. Yan ang BP nyo. Binabaliwala, literal ang Kongreso. Senado lang ang kinikilala niya. Tama ba yon? Senado lang kikilalanin mo. Kapag binabaliwala mo yung Kongreso, sino binabastos mo? Kongreso? Hindi. Sino? Konstitusyon. Sino abnormal ngayon? Oh. Sino abnormal? Ha? Sino abnormal?
On the issue of your budget not being reinstated or restored, your reaction first on the decision of the bicameral conference committee?
Well, we do not expect anything about the budget of the Office of the Vice President anymore. As I said, before I was saying that I am not the problem. I've been saying that I am not the problem. The problem of the Philippines is kahirapan, kagutuman, corruption, and all the other peace and order issues. But it is clear right now that they consider me as the problem already. So I will not help.
Problema ka talaga ng taong bayan. $500 million na nawawala. Ayaw mo explain. Nang waiting naman, oh. $500 million na nawawala, tapos sasabihin mo kani-kanina lang, oh. Wala kayong karapatan na magtanong sa akin. Sorry, ha, pera mo yan, ha. Sorry, ha. May exemption pala, no, pag si Sara. Exempted siya na tanungin. Ang agency niya exempted pagdating sa Kongreso.
It's nearly January already. Your office will be filing a new budget request for 2026. How much do you intend to ask from Congress for 2026?
We've not discussed that. We need to wait for the budget call because the budget call outlines the rules of your proposal for budget for your office. So we need to read the budget call before we can sit down and discuss a budget proposal for the Office of the Vice President.
Ma'am, at top of mind, are you still considering to hike the 733 million or will you be happy operating on the same expenses in 2026?
I cannot answer that because there are rules. They usually put conditions in the budget call and we really need to read the budget call to draft a proposed budget.
Ask the questions. Just to follow up on the budget, in the previous interview, you said that you cannot give a definite answer on what will happen with regards to your satellite offices, given that the budget was not final at that time. But even that the BICAM already decided not to reinstate your original proposal of 2 billion, what will happen to your satellite offices? There are around, I think, 10 satellite offices across the country.
Yes, well, we have to see if we can continue with the projects that they are implementing. We need to see if the projects are still there, and then if they can still implement the projects. So that is something that we have to discuss with the EXECOM of the Office of the Vice President.
Nandun po ba yung possibility of shutdown? And then ano po yung nasabihan na po ba yung mga affected personnel just in case na mag-shutdown niya ang mga satellite offices?
Galing sa central office ng Office of the Vice President, wala kaming sinabi sa kanila. Pero since nababasa naman nila sa media yung nangyayari sa budget, I am sure that they are preparing themselves as well.
Good afternoon, Christian. Ma'am, it was mentioned before na pull out yung security nyo at papalitan. Meron na po bang update dito? Tsaka sumunod po ba kayo sa AFP?
Yes, wala pang update doon sa pull out and replacement. Nag-aantay kami sa Armed Forces of the Philippines kung kailan nila gagawin yon. Yes, nagpadala ako ng letter sa Chief of Staff ng Armed Forces of the Philippines. Meron lang ako mga nilatag doon na mga requests. Pinakauna doon is hindi na kami tatanggap. Hindi na ako tatanggap ng replacements. So kung magtanggal sila, hindi na nila i-replace. Iwan na lang nila kung ano yung maiwan. And kung wala mang maiwan dahil tatanggalin nila lahat, I already said that I will seek security arrangements outside of the Armed Forces of the Philippines already.
Ang arte, choosy ka pa.
So, dahil nga, yun nga, may pull out. And so, ang plano mo para mag-outsource na lang kayo?
Yes, we are exploring private security services. Yes. So, my husband, huh? No, because there are professional security services. So, that's not considered as a private army. And I do not know if these individuals are allowed to bring guns. So, that makes them less of an army ma'am kung wala silang, but hindi ko alam yung sa professional security services. But that is one option that we are preparing for in case there is a pull out of the entire security detail from the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Initially, I asked my husband, and then he said that he'll make arrangements.
Out of pocket, how much are you estimating for that?
Well, wala pa kaming we have not requested for proposals yet from service providers. We have not requested a proposal yet. So, but I think only Filipino organizations or agencies are allowed that kind of service within the Philippines. I think, Mama, I do not know. But I know that they are Filipinos, yes.
Do you feel secure?
No, I don't. No, ma'am. No. But, no, I do not feel secure. As I said, that there's always been bias. Because when we see, say for example...
Lahat na lang sa'yo, bias. Bias ang AFP, bias ang DOJ, bias ang NBI, bias ang Congress. Lahat bias. Adi ka ba?
Hi friends, and not friends, and not friends.
Adi ka ba, Sarah? Tamang inala ka eh. Walang tinama sa'yo lahat eh. Lahat bias. Ano ba talaga, adi ka ba? Lahat bias eh. O, magkita-kita tayo, magla-livestream po tayo ng EJK. Pasuportahan na lang po. Magla-livestream po tayo. Pantay lang po. Magkita-kita po tayo pa-like na lang po ng ating video at pa-subscribe na rin po. Maraming salamat po. Yung mga DD-shit na luga, ano? Ba't nandito ba kayo? Pakialam nyo ba sa amin? Ano pakialam nyo kung ano pinagsasabi namin dito? Doon kayo sa mga vlogger nyong bobo. Sa amin lang to. Wala kayong pakialam dito.
Handa na ba kayo mga Dabarkads? Eto na sila, The Bangers, sa pangunguna ni Tamski.
Kamusta mga kababayan ko? Dapat lang malaman nyo, andito si Tamski, ang abang lingkod nyo na magbibigay at maghatid ng mga balitang solido at talagang para sa Pilipino.
Hindi rin magpapahuli si Nyolo.
Kamusta mga karayuma? Nyolo Bontit at your service.
At siyempre, ang muse ng grupo, si Tita Missy.
What's up mga libag? Naghilod na ba kayo? Ako nga pala ang inyong Tita Missy, ang impaktang reyna ng mga libag.
Mawawala pa naman sa eksena ang VMB family. Kaya mga kalibag, tutok na. The Bangers. Kabahan na kayo.